Hello everyone. Today we will be looking at the Phixero P20 series portable SSD, the P20 series, 1 terabyte drive. This is one of the fastest SSD drives that you can find out in the market. This thing is capable of going up to 2,000 megabytes per second. That with that said, you want to make sure that your hardware can support it. It is backwards compatible, so if you do have slower hardware, slower USB ports, it will drop down to whatever max your USB ports can take. But if you do have a relatively new PC that could take advantage of USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2, you can get full 2000 megabytes per second for this guy. Just a quick disclaimer, like Phixero did send this out to me just to test, to do some speed tests on the drive, and I will be doing a speed test on my Mac and on my Windows PC as well. So yeah, let's go ahead, open this up, take a look at it, and then we'll run some speed tests. So this is the retail packaging. Nice retail packaging. It's got the product on here, the series. This is the 1 TB model. You could get 512 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, and 2 terabyte models. And yeah, so the packaging looks really nice. Let's go ahead and open it up, see what's inside, and then we'll do some speed tests, and then we'll be on our way. So, got plastic cover there. We'll open it up, see how big this drive is. This thing's pretty compact. You can pretty much stuff it in your pocket if you want, but yep, upon opening, this thing's really small. It looks big in the picture, but it's really small. You can actually fit this on a keychain, so it's pretty nice. So this is the 1 terabyte hard drive, and it does come with a manual here. So you get a little manual with it, and then you do get a data cable with it. And data cables are important. You want to use the ones that come with it because this one actually is certified. It has the 20 speed here, so it lets you know it can handle the speed for USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. It is a C2C natively, and it has a USB-A connector just in case if you don't have one. But when you do use this one, I believe it will downgrade the speed a little bit. So you want to do the USB-C to C when you if your computer is capable. So yeah, that's everything in this bag. Let's look at this guy here. So this guy, it is weighted a little bit. It is a little heavy. The reason it being is because this is a metallic body here. And it's got a little notch here that you can put on your key ring if you want, a lanyard, or anywhere you want to get this on here. So a little key ring hole. And then you get the USB-C connector down there. And it has a little silk screening on there that's signify the speed of the device. So yeah, so that's the device in a nutshell. Very small, very compact. You can put this in the jean pants, the little pocket where it holds your change. This fits there fine. Back pockets, front pockets. 1 terabyte of space in this guy, and you can get up to 2 terabytes. So that's a lot of data you can fit in this little guy. So feels really feels built really well, and I believe with this casing, it could handle up to 1.4 meters drop. They say. So actually about 1.5, well, yeah, 1.4, 1.5 meter drop resistance because of the aluminum alloy and the high strength plastic that protects this drive. It only weighs about, even though it's a little bit weighted, it's only about 0.14 pounds. And it's, yeah, it's very compact. As you can see here, each of these square is about an inch, and height-wise, a little bit over 2 inches this way, and this way is a little bit over 1 inch. So yeah, it's very compact, and it is compatible with Mac, Windows, Android, Linux, anything with a USB-C connection. You should be good to go. So yeah, so that's the unboxing part of it. Let's go ahead and run some speed tests on this guy and see how close we can get to 2000 megabytes. Luckily, I do have a computer that supports that speed, so I should be able to try to saturate the bandwidth of this guy. So let's go ahead and move on to my PC and take a look at this. All right, so I'm in the back of my computer, and there's a little USB-C port. I tried to get the camera to focus, but it's really hard to focus. But it's this guy right here. That guy, that guy right there is a USB-C that's capable of handling the 20 USB with the 2.0 on the bottom, so it could handle the 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. So I'm gonna hook the hard drive on that port, and then we'll do some speed tests. Okay, so I just hooked up the hard drive. It's kind of sitting here, but here's the drive. It's hooked up to that port, and there's a little blue light on the back here. On the back right here, if you look there, it's kind of faint because of the light draining out. But there's also a little blue indicator light where that little pinhole is there too, so that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that down, and we'll do some speed tests. Okay, so I'm gonna switch over to the main monitor, and here's the crystal disk. So I'm gonna do a 1 gig test file, and I gotta choose the right one. So it's D here. So I'm gonna use D as my file here, and then I'm gonna have it run. So it's running right now, doing the tests. Okay, so it's pretty close to advertise, so that's good. This is on the read part. All right, there you go. So looks like on the first test, the first pass, the read was at 1931 megabytes per second, and the write is a little bit slower at 1675. Keep in mind that I am using the same computer and the same bus, so I have a lot of stuff going through the computer right now, and that's still pretty quick for all the video that's going on, all the audio that's streaming through, and having this hard drive still reaching close to the advertised speed. So I'm going to do it one more time. So I'm going to run it one more time, and I'll speed it up so you guys don't have to wait through it, because it takes about a few minutes for it to go through everything. So I'm going to run it one last time. So this is a second pass. All right, there you have it. So it's about similar to the first one. So yeah, it's pretty quick drive. So this is using the full bandwidth capability of the drive. I'm gonna put it in a slower USB port just to show you guys how much slower it is. That is backwards compatible, even though you have a slower USB port. And this is kind of future proof too. Say if you feel like if you upgrade later in the future, you'll still have a quick SSD portable drive at your fingertips. So I'm going to go ahead and move it to a slower USB port, and we'll go ahead and run it one more time. Okay, so now it's on I think it's a USB Gen 3 by 1, 3.2 3 by 1. Well, I think it only could do about half the speed of what the fast port can do. So I'm going to run it one more time. So this speed test here is based off on the slower port, that the slower USB port, that it is backward compatible, but it's just going to run a little bit slower. So now I'm going to run it on my USB port that has the 10 logo on it, which is about half the speed of what the 21 has. So as you can see here, it's already about half the speed. All right, there you have it. That's the result of running the drive on a USB port about half the speed of what it's capable of. It could still do the read and write at the saturation port of that speed, but as you can see, it just runs slower. So it still works, still backward compatible with slower USB ports. But yeah, this drive is definitely future proof. So definitely recommend it to get it if you want to future proof your SSD. If you plan to upgrade to something faster in the future, this drive will still work on those faster ports. So now I'm completed with the PC test. Let's go ahead and run it on the Mac and see how fast it is on my Mac Mini M4. So I have the SSD now plugged into my Mac Mini, and it's plugged into the back on one of the Thunderbolt ports. So I'm going to run a speed test on this guy and see how fast it is on the Mac. This is a Mac M4 Pro. So it's got Thunderbolt 5 capability, so it should be more than enough bandwidth for this guy. So let's go ahead and run it. So once I plug the hard drive in, it sees it on the desktop here. So it says Phixero. So now I have Blackmagic Design Speed Test open, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure I choose the right target drive. Okay, so the right drive is set, and I'm just going to have it do 1 GB stress test, and let's see how it goes. So write speed looks good. Read speed, I'm going to have it run a few times. So it looks like the write speed is pretty close to what is advertised, but for some reason on the Mac, the read speed is only hitting about half the speed, while on Windows, it was hitting the full speed. It could be because I do have a lot of stuff plugged into this Mac. I have probably over a dozen USB devices plugged into it, and I am also recording it on it right now, but it's still pretty quick. So yeah, stress testing on the 1 gig file. The write speed is pretty quick, but the read speed on my Mac for whatever reason is kind of slow. So I'm going to have to research that. But we do know that this hard drive is more than capable of doing 2,000 megabytes per second, as we saw on Windows when we did our test on the Windows environment. But for some reason, my Mac is the read speed is a little bit slow, but the write speed seems to be okay. But you know, that's just my real world test. Comment below if you think I'm doing something wrong. I pretty much did just plug and play into it. You know, I do have stuff going in and out of my Mac Mini, a lot of devices plugged into it and being used right now. So I think that might contribute to some of the read speed being a little bit slower than advertised. But like I said, we know that it's capable of doing much faster than that when we tested it on Windows. So yeah, so there you have it. Just a quick unboxing and speed test between the two different operating system Windows environment. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, just comment below. Thank you for watching, and like always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out till next time.